I suck at aiming. It can never usually register what's happening in a game very fast. Making quick decisions like aiming or jumping perfectly to dodge an incoming rocket are almost impossible for me, which is why usually you'll see me picking characters that are more of the supporting type and just kind of look at people and hold the mouse button down or spam X repeatedly like a quick time event. Pretty much what I just said there is I'm complete garbage. Everyone in games tells me I'm garbage because I agree, I am. A while ago, I came upon an old Steam community thread where people talking about how many deaths they had in Cuphead, because I wanted to compare how many deaths I had to see how bad I was doing. Most of them on there were like, oh, I got 300 deaths when I beat the game, but, I wasn't paying much attention, or, to be fair, I was a beginner, the game just came out, I was trying to speed through it. While deaths isn't an accurate measure, really, because your restarts in Cuphead don't count as deaths, they all had, like, an average of, like, 200, 150 a bunch of them had, and they were like, ooh, that's not very good. I have over 1,300 deaths in Cuphead, and I still haven't even beaten one of the run and gun stages. I didn't even know it existed until yesterday, when I heard about the new update and started playing it again. I've gotten, like, halfway through. That being said, since I'm trash, that was one of the main reasons when I started playing Overwatch, I was immediately drawn to Symmetra after looking at the character roster. She didn't have to aim, and she had a fun, unique gameplay loop that did contribute to the team, maybe not as much as other people, but, I found it fun, it wasn't completely useless, and it was a very low-skill thing, and I didn't have Genji spamming, I need healing over and over again, since, Symmetra can't heal. Since that point, Symmetra's been reworked from having her gun be auto-aim like it used to be, just be like a straight beam like Zarya's, and ever since then, I pretty much quit Overwatch. I played much less. I think I did my placements in a couple seasons after that. That's only like 10 games every few months. Symmetra's new abilities are much harder to hit, because, they don't just auto-aim. I'm not very good at hitting people with them, and I lose much more than before. With old Symmetra, I was like platinum, which still isn't very good. Now I'm like silver, just woo. I can understand arguments for both old and new Symmetra, but, for me personally, I like the old one because I could actually play her. Not everyone can aim well, but any player can really just, hold left click and spin around in circles and get kills. It feels good to get kills. She had short range, but, if she did get close to you, she was pretty much impossible to dodge. Although she wasn't overpowered or played in the upper ranks, in places like where I was in Platinum and below, low skill players would constantly complain that, oh, she's so OP and, oh, she's so easy to play, you freaking suck, even though you killed me. While my team simultaneously is telling me, oh my god, she's useless, she sucks. One of the main reasons I think she was changed, I don't know personally exactly all the reasons she was changed, but is that at low ranks, she didn't feel fun to die to. I know it's silly to think that some character can be fun to die to, but optimally, when I die at least, I want to feel like I got outskilled. Nobody likes dying and then feeling like they got killed by some cheap tactic, the guy's hacking, right? If you die, you usually want to know, oh, I died because I got outskilled, but people, make up excuses anyway. There's some old quote I saw in some video from like Jeff Kaplan that says the perception of balance is more powerful than balance itself. Although Symmetra was balanced, people in the low ranks did not think she was balanced. She was like, oh, so OP. Well, people in the high ranks thought she sucked because she did suck. If a player's upset with the state of the game, they might stop playing. So the developers should care about that, even though from their standpoint, looking at the data, this character's win rate's 40%. They're clearly not OP. It's still important to look at community feedback, see what the players are thinking. Having characters or weapons in a game with low skill floor allow more people to play the game and have fun. And just because something is easy to play doesn't mean it's easy to master or that you can't climb the ranks with it. It applies to tons of games, not just Overwatch. I play a lot of League of Legends. In League of Legends, there's players like Cowsep or this guy I watch on YouTube, Tenmo player. They get diamond or higher just playing like low skill, widely considered pretty poor characters in like pro play at least. Tenmo and Master Yi. If you watch a clip of Cowsep getting a pentakill, and at least for me, it doesn't seem that impressive. He pretty much just auto attacks and goes like, oh, he's just screaming like pentakill. He just auto attacks and presses Q every once in a while. I mean, even a baby could press Q. The reason he's gotten Challenger is not just because, you know, he's insane at Master Yi. He presses Q at the optimal time and like resets one auto with W. That's good, but it's mainly because of his good, you know, gameplay sense. He knows objective control. He's better at the fundamental features of the game. He's better at farming, just in general. He knows more about team play, you know, where to go on the map, looking at the mini-map, not having duct tape covered it like the people in my games. In the end, not every character or strategy in the game has to be viable. And in a game with over 100 characters like League, it's almost impossible for everything to be viable at any given time. Some developers embrace this fact and purposely make things they don't think are viable, but could be fun or unique or help players learn in a certain way, which was, you know, I guess what Blizzard was thinking when they made this crappy-ass card called Purify in Hearthstone. It's 2 mana, and all you do is, like, silence your own minion, and it's freaking garbage. It's so bad, it's just infinitely worse than any other card in the game.
It's no secret this card is not powerful. It wasn't intended to be powerful. We have lots of reasons why we make cards, and it's not every one of those reasons is that to position it as a tier 1 deck. Sometimes we want to allow players to make crazy decks, and some players actually like winning with bad cards. If that's not you, that's fine. We try and make competitive cards to shake up the metagame.
Weapons like the auto pistol from Titanfall that can lock onto enemies can be fun and good for the game as long as they aren't overly more powerful than the other gun options that require more skill. Like if you get killed by the auto pistol, some guy that's like barely aiming, while you know, hit him like 10 headshots with this shotgun or something and he doesn't die, that's stupid. That should not be a thing. The guns that you have to aim with, like a sniper rifle or something, should be more powerful than like the auto pistol. Again, making a fully balanced game where everything is viable is impossible. And for low skill characters and weapons like the auto pistol or like, you know, Symmetra's beam and stuff, they should, you can't make them balance all the time. And so if you have to, they should generally be underpowered rather than overpowered. Mercy in Overwatch, for example, has a point and click heal beam. You know, she just looks at people and heals them like Symmetra's gun, except instead of hitting enemies, you heal allies. She should be generally less effective overall, or on par with, not better than like a character like Ana, who has a sniper rifle, who, you know, shoots slower, heals slower if you suck ass. You know, she requires aiming. She requires more skill than Mercy. A baby can play Mercy. That's why she's one of the most played characters in the game, or if not the most played character. And I'm certainly not a game developer. I've only made games on Scratch, and I don't actually know what's good for a game. This was my stupid rant that I decided to make. Thank you, nobody, for watching. My 2 sources are in the description. Go play Cuphead. They added some new animations. They're pretty in general. Thank you. Goodbye.